Kendra with Truist TV, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our channels. I wanted to do commentary on this redhead guy that UK guy that crashed out on black women. Oh man, he's funny.
Your place, and when you get put in your place, you think you got taught like a man.
That's why they were cheating on you then.
First and foremost, I want him to understand that there is no place for women, right? You're saying don't talk like men. Well, if you're going to disrespect somebody, understand as a grown man, disrespect begets disrespect, no matter the gender. Right? You're always talking about, oh, equality. All right, well, all they did was when you started talking nasty to them, they talk back. That's what happens, right? And so you don't get to disrespect somebody because they're of an opposite gender, you coward. That's for number two. But not only that, the things that he starts talking about is irrelevant, right? It's irrelevant. It actually was baseless. And it didn't make any sense or have any real relevance. How I think it was misplaced anger, because how fast and how angry he got wasn't even really warranted, because why are you that angry? Nobody did anything, right? He say, oh, I don't like black women because, okay, well, you're entitled to your own opinion. Nobody cares. Why did you feel the need to tell everybody? That's the thing. If black men just stopped dating black women and kept it pushing and dated who they want and kept quiet, nobody would care. Nobody. Black women wouldn't care. We'll talk about, to ourselves and say, there's black men and we want this, and and then they go find the black men and black people or whomever else that want them. That's it. Go where you're loved. Nobody's asking you to be anywhere but that. But why come over here with all that animosity and hate? Keep this a hate-free zone, sweetheart.
You're not men.
That's why they were cheating on you.
Stay in your...
We're not supposed to be men, but who said that defending yourself is a masculine thing? Again, if you touch a mama's bear's cub and she rips your head off, is she not still a mama bear, right? Did her gender change because she ripped your head off to protect her cub or to protect herself? No. So it's the same. There is no lane. These women are married to you. So what lane are you talking to a bunch of single women? What lane? They're not married, right? So if you were saying to a married woman, you should be more submissive, married woman, and not be so argumentative or combative. But again, you have no right to dictate how one responds to your disrespect. You understand me? None. So there ain't no lane, sweetie. You stay in your man lane and don't worry about what black women are doing with their hair. Right? You're a man. Why are you concerned? It's none of your business.
Cheated on you multiple times.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I'm never going to be in your put ever again. Yeah, I'm not with black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
What place?
Apologies,
No.
Apologies.
I want you to go say this to a group of 30 to 40-year-old, even 20-year-old white women. I want you to tell white women that they should stay in their place, and let's see how they respond to that. Like, I would love to go around, walking around, asking white women, if your men told you to stay in your place, what would you do? What would you say to them? Just and ask Hispanic and Asian women. And I guarantee you all of them would get mad. All of them. So stop trying to make it seem like it's a black thing. That whole put in your place thing is, I didn't even know what that means. What is my place as a woman? I'm not understanding. Can you specify when you say such stupid things? What is our place? God gave us a different function, but he never made us less than men. You do know that, right?
Wait. Did she just shoot? Did she just shoot? Go, where's your hair?
What about it?
Where's your hair?
What about it?
Talk about black women's hair. You're on your own, my guy.
No, talk about black women's hair. You're a man. Why do you care so much? You can't dictate what black women culturally find attractive and what they want to do with their hair for versatility. The fact that a man, a full-grown man, could worry about such trivial things when there are other things in life to fixate on, right? What are you doing with yourself? What do you see? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? You know, do you have a job? Are you successful in the job that you're in? Would you like to change, transition out of that job? Would you like to take up a trade, build yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? You have yourself, redhead guy, to worry about. Why are you thinking about what is on the head of a black woman? Whatever she desires is on her head. That is none of your business. Stay in a man's place. Stop concerning yourself what these black women do to beautify themselves. That is none of your business. None of your business. I don't see you critiquing white women for tanning. I don't see you critiquing white women for getting cheek and butt implants and lip injections. I don't see you critiquing Asian women for shaving their chins and getting smaller noses and reverse eye surgery. If you're not going to critique them, then why are you critiquing black women for how we choose to beautify ourselves? Don't be a hypocrite. If you're against women beautifying themselves in such manners where they're putting on fake and processed things, then you should speak on it all the way around the board, not just about black women. If you hate black women for these very things, then you should also hate every other race of woman, because all race of women alter themselves to beautify themselves, not just black women. You're not talking to Hindustan and African women about bleaching, right? A lot of your European black people come from Africa. Some of you don't. Some of you are from Europe. But I'm talking about many of you are like first and second and third generation that come from Africa. And you don't talk about your women in bleaching, right? So and even if bleaching has actual physical effects that can harm others, right? Because they can influence that in their children. But whether or not wigs, that's nothing. Wigs and weave, who cares? How they choose to wear their hair should never matter to a man. As long as they keep themselves up, keep themselves clean, what difference does it make to you? What they eat, you don't poop. And when you
And you're on
eat,
your
they
own.
don't
I was
poop.
with you. Like, he's allowed to have a preference. He's trying to talk about how she's held him down.
But thank you. If you have a preference, let that be that. You don't have to condemn us. See, if black men just dated outside their race and just did that and never mentioned us, there would never be an issue. We don't care that you go and date outside your race, baby. Nobody cares. Go where you are loved. Just stop announcing it. What makes us unhappy or angry with you guys is that you choose to ostracize us just because you date outside your race. You want our attention too much. Why do we matter? Why do you need to upset us? Why do you need to upset us to date outside your race? Why does it thrill you to make us feel insecure or make us feel bad about you moving on? Why do you got to belittle us and put us down? Just move on. I seen a woman say that on Instagram. Just move on. Why are you announcing to the rooftop what you want to be with? Just go there. We'll see. When we see you with the white woman, we'll matter of factly know you don't date black women. It's okay. Who cares? Go on.
And picking up his Asian queen. But the moment you went for the hair, my guy, you was on your own. You're gonna have to deal with it. Yeah. You're gonna have to deal with this by yourself, my bro.
Take off your head, man. Where's your hair?
You're triggered.
Where's your hair? I'm
You're
triggered.
supposed to hurt.
I said I was
You're
triggered.
triggered.
Did I not say I was
She's
triggered?
still pretty.
Where's your hair?
No.
Where's your hair?
Where's your hair?
Show me your hair.
No.
She doesn't have to.
She's
What
there.
what difference does it make? Even if you dating people if you dating that Asian woman because she wearing her hair, do you love her for real? Or do you love her that she doesn't do what black women do? Right? That's not love, sweetie. That's what is that? That's fetishizing someone, right? That you're not loving them for them. You're only loving them out of hate for black women. So, I wouldn't date you, right? Because you don't like that Asian woman for real. Because what you're saying is if that black woman wore her natural hair and she didn't, didn't stand up for herself, which means that you only like Asian women because you think they're a doormat. It's what you're not saying that is exposing you for who you really are.
Take off your eyelash.
People,
Take off your eyelash.
You're pressed.
Take off your makeup.
You're
I'll
pressed because
bring
you got
watch this.
cheated on
I'll-
1,
no,
2,
yeah,
3,
yeah.
4.
Swear, watch
1,
this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4.
No, fucking no. Fucking black women. Also, always fucking black women on some high horse. Do some black woman shit. Do some
I
black woman
think
shit.
I
You
think
fucking
he's
respect you as a fucking black woman.
I think he's a black man that oftentimes compares himself to black women. And that also could be one of the issues. He compares himself to black women, he comes up short. Maybe he's also mad that black women don't date him, don't find him attractive, and don't want him. There's a reason why you're that hostile when nobody did anything, right? And that's coming from lack or insecurity, something that is self, because nobody can make you truly that mad. If it wasn't for the demon within, the demon without can do no harm. So something is interpersonally wrong with this man, right? He's too angry. Nobody did anything to him. I mean, even if he had an issue with his mother, that's anecdotic. All black women aren't your mother, right? And you can't view them as that. Learn to separate your mother from every woman. Otherwise, you're going to have bad experiences with all women. I'm sorry, girl.
Looks like. Imagine what that smells like.
Don't worry about it.
Jesus knows.
I'm going to be honest. It doesn't smell like anything but sweat sometimes.
Oh, mate.
And if you, and here's the thing even worse. Let me explain something to some of y'all men that talks about the smell of a black woman's hair. It doesn't really stink at all, especially if you wash your hair, right? But let's just talk about a lot of you guys that don't even know how to wipe your butt. Imagine what that smells like, right? A lot of you guys do not wipe clean, right? At all. And a lot of you have dingleberries in your butt crack. Let's just keep it 100. I know married men who can't even wipe straight. Their wife knows it. So imagine what fecal matter smells like left in your ass and on your underwear before you talk about a wig or a weave. Just being honest.
I am proud of myself. I am. Before I went to jail,
Of course you
I
were.
come out of jail, you can't fucking tell. You can't talk to a woman.
Oh, so you've been in
You
jail.
can't cancel.
So you've been in jail. So you have no ambition. No wonder you're on these podcasts trying to be, you couldn't get a regular job. You know, you could fare to understand that there are a lot of reform inmates who got work without dehumanizing other people. You know that, right?
Black and ginger.
Seems like
I think that he is very insecure about being a black and ginger man.
Look at all that ass. Look at all that ass. No, I didn't drop no soap.
Oh, he's gay.
Shit. You know I didn't drop no soap.
We're listening to a
Well, I feel like one of his biggest issues is that he's comparing himself to black women. Either when he got out of prison, he couldn't get a black woman because black women didn't like him. They didn't find him attractive. And so now as a result, he's kind of resenting them for it. You know, you get a lot of that as black women. People make you think they don't like you, but the truth of the matter is they couldn't have you, and that's why they're really mad. Yeah.
with childbearing hips. We're listening to a man who has lost his masculinity. He has lost touch with the real world. We have evolved.
Racism and being a racism looks like. As a black man, I'll never know what racism coupled with sexism looks like.
Colorism and racism, what black women have to deal with from
you are treated
world.
the worst of the worst in almost every society in the world.
Right.
Dislikes black people. But what's worse is black women are treated the worst by their own black men.
Right.
It's not a secret that the black community suffers from internalized colorism, internalized racism, internalized misogyny that was instilled upon us in all the systems that we grew up in.
Right.
But berating a group of black women on TV for clicks and views, and then every other black man behind this man is laughing.
And you know what's so sad though? Because our men, and I said this in the other video, are the best prostitutes. No wonder Hollywood looked the way it does. The best prostitute are black men. You can make, they have a price. You can make them virtually do anything. Isn't that a part of the Willie Lynch letter, right? You can make a black man do anything. If you give him somebody he could be better than, he gonna do it. He'll get down on on 2 knees and his elbows and let another man juke him up his butt just so he ain't gotta work hard, just so he ain't gotta work. You understand me? Black men sell themselves and they women out all the time for absolutely nothing but some couple of clicks and likes and 200, less than that, 50 likes on YouTube, 10 likes on Instagram, and 3 TikTok followers. Make a black man sell out.
Volumes into how misogyny and colorism is embedded in our cultures, no matter what cultures we're from, due to the impact of colonialism and slavery and what that does to our minds.
These
to
are
weaponize a black woman's hair against her is to be ignorant to the fact that black women's hair were weaponized against them by the colonial slave masters all of their life. Their experience was different than a black man, because black women getting sexually assaulted by white men and then having white women be jealous of them and have them cover their hair, and then when their hair was covered and then it became stylish, they would make them cut their hair, they would make them take out their braids, they would make them look as rough as possible and not groom themselves because they didn't want them to garner the attention of their husband and or be more dramatic than them. You know, everything we do culturally is very beautiful, very detailed, very, very distinguishable, and they didn't want that. So for generations, women have been dealing with the oppressors oppressing their self-identity, oppressing their self-worth, and oppressing their appearance because of these factors. So for you, a ginger, toothless black man, to say, where is your hair, take off your makeup, when you look like you are ashy and eat carrots for a living, all you're doing is feeding into the colonial master's plan that's working on all of us. On all of us. And you know, I see that black women actually still love black men. They adore black men. They have black sons, black fathers, black uncles. We really do. But for the life of me, when I see shit like this, it shocks me that they even care about black men anymore, or that they even want to fuck with black men anymore, especially when black men think this is okay. And I know this was in the UK, but this is a problem that extends throughout the entire diaspora. It's a problem in America, it's a problem in the Caribbean, it's a problem everywhere that there are black women and black women. There's a problem with this. And I just implore you, man, to before you talk about how you can't subjugate a woman, why do you think that you need to put a woman in her place?
I don't even know what that means.
Ask yourself if you can walk an inch in the mile that black women exist in.
No.
And being treated the lowest of the lowest in the social hierarchy, in the racial hierarchy, and the sex hierarchy, and then still have to walk around with a smile. But if they don't, because they're treated like shit, they get called angry, aggressive, masculine, angry black woman trope. But if a Latina does it, it's a spicy Latina. I want a spicy Latina. If a white woman does it, oh, that's just a crazy Karen. If anybody does it besides black women, it's considered culturally acceptable or something exotic. Ask yourself why this internalized hatred of ourselves. So that's really what it is. It's because there's no way you can have a black mother, black aunties, and a black grandmother who helped raise you, but then you scream loudly about why you don't date black women because you can't stand black women. There's a lot to unpack with that, but the internalized colonialism that we deal with in our brains every day, we have to unpack generation by generation. And it gets better with each generation, but it's unfortunate.
But, well, you know, you guys can go check out the whole video. But I love all the what he said, y'all. This is Kendra with True TV. Like, share, and subscribe. This is for educational purpose only. Stay up, stay blessed. Put God first above all else. Peace out and bye for now, guys.